everyone, today I'm going to share with you how I made these beeswax candles. So hubby is a beekeeper, so we get a lot of beeswax and we put the wax through a process to clean it all up so that we are left with pure clean wax. So today I'm going to share with you how to make beeswax candle with coconut oil. So the reason I use coconut oil with beeswax because then the candles burn for a longer period. Since keeping bees, I've learnt a lot about bees and the byproducts from the bees, and using bees wax candle is very much environmental friendly as compared to paraffin candles. It cleans the air in the room, and of course it smells very good, and also when you don't breathe in the toxin that you get from paraffin candles. So my beeswax is melting. I've made a double boiler, and inside I've put about 500 ml of beeswax, and here I'm sharing with you how I am measuring the wick before pouring the beeswax, the liquid beeswax, in the container. And before I prepare the wick, I always dip the wick in the liquid wax, so the wick is covered with beeswax. When you burn the wick in the candle, it's much more it burns gently rather than the wick just burns away. Next, I'm sharing with you how to cover the hole in the cylinder or the pillar candle mold. It's very simple. So once you put the wick through the hole, you just cover the hole with a tack, and the wider part that is open, that's where you pour the wax through. So it's very easy, but you have to make sure that when you put the tack, make sure that you really secure the hole. Okay, so now my beeswax is slowly melting, and I will be adding coconut oil to it. But you should never leave your beeswax on a double boiler boiling. You should only just melt it, and you should never leave it alone, because when it comes to certain temperature, the beeswax can catch fire. Okay, so now I'm adding about 100 ml of coconut oil. So that's about 3 good tablespoons of coconut oil, and the coconut oil will mix very quickly with the warm beeswax. So once that is all melted, it's time to pour it in the containers or the cylinders, whatever you have ready. So it's time to do that. But once you have them poured in a container, you leave them there, because you don't want to move the container that are still warm, because the temperature will affect the candles. So when the candles are going solid, you sometimes find cracks in them. So please make sure that before pouring the warm wax into the container or the cylinders you're going to use, make sure that you have it in a place where you're going to leave them for at least 6 to 7 hours. Once the wax in the cylinder has gone solid, place it in the freezer for a couple of hours before you take the candles out, as it is much easier. When you take it out from the freezer, you'll hear a rattling sound. So the wax has moved away from the side of the cylinder, and remove the tack from the bottom part of the candle, which is the top part, and the candle should gently slip out of the mold. If still the candle doesn't come out of the mold, then just roll the cylinder on the surface like a rolling pin, and it should come out. So the bottom part where the tack was is the top part of the candle, so that's where you're going to burn the wick. So the other side where you pour the candle, that part is the bottom part. So the extra wick at the bottom, you can either trim it or you can tuck it in. That's about it. All you need to do now is to do all the trimmings. Just sharing with you that by adding coconut oil to beeswax, you can see how the wick is burning gently. Once the candles are done, the last thing you need to do is to tidy it all up. So you need to trim the wick, and my rule is that I leave, so for example with the cylinder candles, I leave about 1 centimeter of wick, and for the containers I cut the wick at the same height as the container. That's about it. Do join me for my next video on how to make beeswax candles with children.